That's right. One, two,
Good morning. Hi, look at all you lovely people. And the band just brought us in, woke us up this morning after the rain. Yeah, okay. We don't want to talk about that. Hello out there in Love Streaming Land, the balcony. How y'all doing? We're welcoming all of you as well as everyone here. I'm Reverend Dr. Edith Washington Woods. So grateful, honored, and happy to be the senior minister here at Unity of Gaithersburg. We call ourselves UOG. It's kind of like OG. UOG. Some of you don't know what OG means, but don't look it up. Don't look it up. Oh gosh. My roots. But anyway, again, I just want to welcome everyone here and also anyone who is new. So is there anyone new? Hi. Oh my God, I love those earrings. Look at them. Thank you for blessing us with your I know she's got the colors on and everything. You must be a Unity person, huh? Yep. See? So welcome. Did you get a packet? Got one. All right, then. Well, we're so glad you're here, and you're probably in for some kind of treat. I don't know what it is yet, though. We'll see what the Holy Spirit of God does through us together. So let us open with prayer, all right? I invite you to gently close your eyes if you wish to, and if not, to just focus on one spot in the room. Bringing ourselves to this moment now by just coming apart for a while, by closing our eyes, by having our eyes at a gaze on something, allowing ourselves to be present for the presence that is flowing gently in, through, and as us now. That in this moment, we can know ourselves like the finite part of ourselves if we were to touch ourselves. Touching our hands like I am together right now. They're together. For in this now moment, we are. And as we join in this moment, we join together in prayer. God, that which is infinite presence, that which is all there is, that which is named and nameless. We come together this morning to be rejoiceful of who we came here to be, what we are, and to know ourselves perhaps on a deeper level. May we awaken to that on this day. For in this moment, we are each welcome. We name it and we claim it right here and right now. And so it is. And so we let it be us. Amen and namaste. And now we have our mission statement up on the screen. Yes, I changed it. Yep. We've been doing the core values for a while, so we're going to go back to the mission statement. And the mission statement is who we are, like as a statement. And so I'm going to invite you to say it with me. Let's say it together. We are a heart-centered, evolving, and expansive spiritual community dedicated to expressing our divinity, empowering personal transformation, and honoring all through spiritual practice, education, and service. That's who we are. That's who we are. So I'll take two people. What does that mean? What does that say to you? If we're this mission statement, what speaks to you from that? Two. Anybody? Empowering transformation. Evolving. So we're empowering transformation, personal transformation, and our collective transformation, right? And what was the other one? Evolving. So we're evolving, yes? Every minute of the day. We don't get a chance to say, no, I don't evolve. Because you're not like here. And you won't be here again. Can't happen. Because we've evolved. And we're evolving also in our spiritual understanding, in our spiritual growth. That's why we come together. Not just because we want to have, potluck this afternoon, but it's because we want to grow spiritually, yes? And so now we get to grow with our opening song. It's one of those movers. You can move in your seat or get up and dance if you want to. I probably will. It's My Soul is Welcome Here, written by Daniel Nahmont.
Good morning. You sure about that? Yeah. Okay, just check it.
1, 2, 3.
You might know this, you might not. The words are on the screen. supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. Let's do that again. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome. Let me hear you. Oh, oh yeah. Welcome here. Welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. Oh yeah. Welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. My soul is welcome here.
Okay. Hi. I'm first up, I think. Yes,
Good
I am.
morning.
Good morning.
I'm Carol
I'm out of
Plummer,
breath.
and I'm a licensed Unity teacher here.
Hello, Carol.
And we're going to do transformational
Yeah.
opportunities. But first up,
First up.
Reverend Edith has a special.
I do. I got a mic on. Okay. It's all right. I'm out of breath. Well, sometimes we dance and then we dance and we evolve. Oh, that was so good. Our soul is welcome here. Yes? And everywhere. And today I want to just celebrate with you our wonderful Sharon Doyle. She is going to be moving. And this will be her last Sunday here. And so I just so happy and honored for the impact you've made on my life. My Mama's Rock is there. I talk about it, in the celebration garden with her camera on it because she worked at Eastman Kodak for over 30 years processing film. And you captured that. You captured my heart like I captured your heart, I'm sure. And the many, many things that she has done to contribute to this community, this beloved community, right? Being a platform assistant, she was a prayer chaplain, coordinator, co-coordinator with this beautiful one here. Yes. I'm just full. Right? She's pretty much done everything here, right? She's head of the greeters and the caring cottage and the celebration garden.
Thanksgiving.
And Thanksgiving, yes.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is our Thanksgiving. We call it Thanksgiving. It's the Friday before Thanksgiving. And this is what it means to be part of a beloved community. And I know it's been a challenge for you to come to this place, right? But then in May, when that birthday came, it was clear. I want to be at the beach always. Because she's at the beach a lot. Yes, all summer and everything, right? In Delaware? Yeah, up in Delaware, up there, wherever that's at. Over there. Oh, it's over? It's, okay, well, you know. So I just want to love you up, and everybody, you know, you can say hello and farewell, not goodbye. She'll be on our online in the balcony with us, right? And so we just want to celebrate you today. Would you like to say anything you want to share? Yeah, you can come up. Come on up. Yeah.
So I'm crying.
It's okay.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you more.
I just want to say thank you because Unity gave me my life. And I mean that sincerely. When I walked in those doors in 2016, I didn't know who the heck I was. And I really didn't know what I was doing. So thank you. Thank you. And thank you everyone for being my friend. Thank you.
Yes. Heart to heart. It's okay. And now Carol Plummer, our licensed Unity teacher extraordinaire, and well, she does a lot of stuff too. But today, she's the platform assistant. Take it away with those.
That's right.
I'm not
Okay.
mad.
So we're going to briefly go over the transformational opportunities. There's more information on the little handout you got when you walked in the door. So today is our Melodious Sunday potluck. So you're welcome to join us after the service in the education building, and everyone is welcome. So our fall multi-church retreat is coming up in September. It's going to be at Cape Pond Springs, and it's a wonderful time of enjoying an expanded community and connecting with the unity of Washington, D.C., as well as the unity of Fairfax. The theme is Awaken the Divine Within, a journey of creative expression and spiritual discovery. Secure your spot with a $50 deposit by July 31st. So our next quarterly meeting, community meeting, is going to be on August 3rd after the service. Come and get updated from Reverend Edith and the board on what is going on in the community. And if you cannot attend, check out the Friday newsletter of that week to get the Zoom link for the meeting. Now, with our very successful open mic night completed on Friday, and if you weren't here, you missed just a great time. It was really funny and very entertaining. So we're going to turn our attention to the next events. And the next one is Family Fun with Reverend Edith and Akosua on Sunday, August the 10th. And then the final one will be Painting with Judy and Jennifer on Sunday, August 24th. Hey, our foundation is prayer. Our prayer chaplains are trained to pray with you in confidence. Today's prayer chaplain is Najuri. So please see her back in the corner, and she will be delighted to pray with you in confidence. If you would like to put someone on the prayer list, you can put their name on there's paper back there, there's a request, and you can put it in the box, and you will be put onto our prayer list, and which the prayer team prays on every day. Now, our daily word for Sunday, July 20th. The word for today is surrender. On this day, let us affirm, spiritual surrender is my path to peace. Repeat slowly with me. Spiritual surrender is my path to peace. I invite you to hear these words as your own. It's natural to have ideas and preferences about how things should be and to work towards the results I want. But I can exhaust myself if I attempt to exert control over my life's circumstances. In fact, the more I try, the less control I feel I have. Releasing the illusion of control, I practice spiritual surrender. So much more than giving up, surrendering my efforts and my hopes to the divine within me is an act of empowerment. It means living my faith that God is in and through all things. It means trusting that there are outcomes better than the ones I have imagined. I surrender to God's peace and perfection within me. I give up trying to control outcomes and relax, welcoming serendipity and ease. Surrender is the way. Today's Bible verse is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 26. My child, give me your heart and let your eyes observe my ways. Let's take a moment to reflect on the word for today, surrender.
Now it is time for our meditative part of this service. I invite you once again to join me in closing your eyes. And if you would rather keep them open, I invite you to have them halfway open. To focus on one spot in the room, perhaps the Christ candle. For we affirm that there is no spot where God is not. That spirit, that infinite presence is everywhere, everywhere, including here and now. And as we let go of everything it took to get here, being in this moment here and now, we simply surrender, as it says in the daily word, surrendering to this now moment. And that affirmation, spiritual surrender is my path to peace. Spiritual surrender is my path to peace. So in our letting go, we let ourselves be one with the one in a conscious way. We consciously connect with the source of our being. And as we take a time to create the space between the words, we say to ourselves, I am surrendering to my divinity. I am surrendering to my divinity. In this moment, we join our hearts and minds together and let go. Let go. Let go. I am surrendering to my divinity. I invite you to allow these words to resonate in your heart. I am surrendering to my divinity. And if there is anyone that you know who may not know who they are, what they are, I invite you to say their names out loud or silently to yourself. And in this moment, we just gently lift them up. We see who they are. We see what they are. We allow our own vibration to radiate out from deeply within us in a way that it surrounds this entire sanctuary, including the balcony. And it radiates everywhere, dissipating into that which is infinite. And we simply allow it in this moment and in every moment to come. And for this, we are so grateful. And as we gently bring ourselves back to this space and time, may we know that we are divinity, that we are indeed how God gets around. And for this, we give thanks. And so it is. Amen and namaste.
Good morning again, everybody. It's third Sunday, and so we will be graced with the lovely voices of Spirit Sound. Hope you enjoy. Well, I name it, and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. Well, I name it, and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere.
Yes, I name love,
Name love,
and I claim love,
claim love,
and then I see it everywhere. Yes, I name love,
name love,
and I claim love,
claim love.
and then I see it everywhere.
'Cause it's mine,
Well, I name it, and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere, and I see it everywhere, and I see it everywhere.
Our beautiful choir, let's give them another round of applause. They told us we need to name it and claim it. And it's under the direction of our music director, Miss Deletta Gillespie. Sometimes it's not my age. I'm telling you, it's not, because I was just thinking Deletta a second ago, and then it went. Okie dokie, Deletta Gillespie and our Namaste Band. I want to also, before I start, thank everyone who participated in the Friday night open mic, especially the AV team, which was Keith and Carrie Mounds, and also we had Mark Mills. I was going to say Pam. It wasn't Pam. It was Mark Mills, and we had Brandon. I don't know Brandon's last name. Brandon is Lisa Smith's son, so he was here helping out too. And then all of y'all who came up and showed out for us and had us laughing off the chairs and singing and sometimes crying a little bit, just want to make sure we acknowledge all of you for what you do. And those who came just to hang out, we had over 40 people, which is really cool, out when it had been raining earlier. So I just wanted to do that. I have a question. I like to give y'all a question. Who are you? Like if you were going to say to yourself, who am I? What would you say?
I am a spiritual being with a temporary loan of a body.
I am a spiritual being with a temporary loan of a body. Right there. Point to yourself, right here. I'm a spiritual being in a temporary what? With a temporary loan of the body. Take that on, folks. I'm a spiritual being going through a human experience.
Or I'm a spiritual being
I'm
having a spiritual experience
a spiritual being having a spiritual experience in a human form. Y'all got 3 different ways. What you say? See, I can go sit down. I did. Now, some of us might also say things like, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a brother, I'm gay, I'm straight, I'm bisexual, I'm gender nonconforming, I'm a teacher, I'm a doctor, I'm a preacher. Some people call me a priest. I'm okay with that for priestess, high priestess. What? That helps all of my Catholic upbringing. I just love it, right?
How about just I am?
Just I am. If you just say I am, you've done it today. Yes? So there was a nursery rhyme that I grew up with. Some of you may remember this too, and it goes all the way back to 1798 in London and in Boston. And it was like this. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. And who do you think was there? The butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. And all of them gone to the fair. So who am I? Who are we? What am I? Well, way back, 118 years ago in 1907, at the Unity School of Christianity, which is now known as Unity Worldwide Ministry, Unity World Headquarters, get your pronouns right, UWH. At Unity Village at that time, there was 4 staff members. Can you imagine that? 4 staff members. For some of you who've been to Unity Village will go, 4 staff members, really? And one of them was a lady named Imelda Octavia Shanklin. And then she got ordained in 1918 by none other than Charles Fulmore. So she wrote in We Wisdom Books, which was the children's magazine. I was going to go try to find one, but I couldn't. And she also wrote books. And this is one of her signature books. It's named What Are You? And this is the older version, and this is the newer version called Unity Classic Library Series, whatever. Anyway, this book was written way back in 1930. So again, this title, What Are You? Well, when we go to the question of who am I, like I asked earlier, the who am I is really it's personal. And who I am changes. Like I talked about earlier, we were here at one point, yes? And we grew up to where we are now. But the who of us is continuing to change. It's changing right now. Even where you're sitting, where you're laying in the bed trying to take a nap, it's changing, right? Because our cells they kind of have to go and come and make themselves over. And I think they said it, you scientists would know in here, I think it takes about 7 years, right? For our skin to rejuvenate, it's like completely have new, around 7? Yeah, something like that, right? Okay, and so we're always evolving, now word from earlier, we're always evolving as the who I am. But the what I am does not change. The what I am is that spiritual part, right? That we had the 3 definitions. The spiritual part of us has never changed. It will never die. It will never be anything other than the spiritual essence. That which permeates everything. That which we're connected to always. Regardless to whether we're in that temporary body, thank you, or we're not, right? I was thinking about my brother this morning on my way here. The second one that died. Because he used to call me sometimes on Sunday morning on my way to church, and I think, why are you calling me right now? I'm on my way to church. I'm in the spirit. And he called, hey, sis, just call, say hi. Well, he would say holla. That was him. Holla. You ever heard that word before? Holla. And that was him. Holla. All right then. Love you much. Bye. Because he was going to go to work. So in this book, What Are You? Miss Shanklin said something. She said, you are a soul that has forgotten its divine identity. A soul now struggling to remember in the midst of time and in the confusions of experiences that you are the living son, daughter, fill in the blank of the living God. Drop the mic. Because I think that we forget. You know how they say that when babies are born, that they have these things that they know and you can't explain it? And some of us say that's because they're closer to before they came here. They're closer to that spiritual essence that they are. They haven't been conditioned yet, right? My son Aaron told me when he was 2 or 3, Mom, when I get older, I can't eat chicken. I said, why not? He said, because I'll die. And I thought, what an odd thing for a kid to say. He's 35 and he does not eat chicken. I should ask him, do you remember when you said that? Was that a precursor for you to be eating plant-based and then studying about plants? I don't know. But just in this moment, I was thinking about, wow, that was a peculiar thing for a little kid to say. And yet, if it's like what Miss Shanklin was saying, that what we're doing in this spiritual journey we're on, that we're attempting to remember. We're attempting to remember what we are. That it's impersonal. That it is impersonal and it's unchangeable. Why? Because it's that spirit. It's that which we want to name it, right? We want to name it God. We want to name it, all the various names that we name God. Because we got to put a name on something, right? That's just who we are. We wouldn't want to come out the chute and not be named anything. That would not be fun. Baby 1, baby 2, baby 3, baby 25. And then they get mixed up because you might get the numbers mixed up or something, and then y'all confused. And the wrong baby would go home, the black one would go home with the white one, and the white one would go home with the black one, and then they'd be shocked. What? So we give ourselves names. And we do that with God. So, the Bible talks about it a little bit, about us having this spiritual essence. And I have 2 Bible verses to share with you today. The first one comes from the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and 27, and it says, "So God created humankind in his image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them." Yes? And then the second Bible verse comes from Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, and this is what it says. "Then the Lord God formed a man from woman, from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living being." So 2 different versions of the creation story. And I'm bringing that up because it's 2. And you probably wonder, I don't know if you're questioning it like I did, like, why is it 2? Why am I taught one or the other? It's a little confusing, isn't it? Like, first we were created in the image, but then we came from dust, and he molded us like we were clay, and then poof, here we are. So I'm going to give you a little bit of biblical theology, just a little bit. Hope not to confuse you. So in the Bible, theologians have identified 3 distinct writers, and they called them the J, E, P, and D writers. What does this stand for? J stand for Yahweh or Yahweh, E stand for Elohis, and D stood for the Deuteronomists, and P stood for priestly. I'm not going to give you like who and why they decided that they are what they are, right? Ask Jane later. But the writers who wrote the Torah, of what we now know as the first books of the 5 books of the Bible, they identified that the J writer wrote the second account, that second one I gave you from Genesis 2 and 7, and that the E writer wrote the first creation story. You know what? That's why it's confusing. Because they took 2 different writers and 2 different styles of writing, and they put them together. And it didn't go like this. It went more like this. Okay? So if you've ever been confused by the Bible like I was, it's because of the way they did it. Now, again, I'm not going to get into why that happened that way. It's a whole story behind it. You might want to ask Elizabeth later. But, hey, politics. The fall of the Second Temple, just stuff like that. Because, it was Jewish. It was Jewish, the Jewish community, the Hebrew people, that was theirs. And then we borrowed it and took it on. Okay, all right. So the point is, if you really look into those 2 verses, that we're created by this image and likeness. We're created by this essence. Not a guy up in the sky, not that. It's the essence. And you know what? That part in Genesis was written long before Jesus. Just saying. Long, long, long before. Okay? I know. If I'm shocking some of y'all, just look it up. You got the internet. And it really is one of the key things in our 5 basic unity principles that stands out for me. And on our website, our definition for the second basic principle of unity is we are spiritual beings created in God's image. The Spirit of God lives within each person. Therefore, all people are inherently good. But then they talk about like good and evil. And what's good and evil all about? Well, good and evil came up along the way. But I'm not going to talk about good and evil. I'm going to talk about who we are as spiritual beings, yes? So if we're looking at us being spiritual beings, then the spiritual part of us never dies, is unchanging, right? I said that. But in the who we are, the personal part of us, we have these experiences. And sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not so good. We get to make mistakes. But the what we are never, ever changes. So it's always, it's just it. It's the Spirit. And so when we look at Spirit being everywhere, I have this person I want to introduce to you named Tyler. And Tyler demonstrates for us how this works. He was growing up with a cancer experience as a kid. He was diagnosed with leukemia when he was 4. And the chemotherapy caused him to lose his hair, like many people who have chemo. And the children started making fun of him because he was different. They even said that he was contagious. Can you imagine that? You're having this health experience, and then people are mean and bully. So he had heard about this free violin that was given to children, and he went and got it, and he started playing. And he got stronger and stronger and stronger. And some years ago, he was on America's Got Talent. Y'all know that show? And he played a song called What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I think that little kid was tapping into that divinity of him, right? Tapping into that part that never changes. He was tapping into the what are you? Spirit. And he ended up getting the golden buzzer. You know the golden buzzer? Where it just all it's raining down gold, like our color of the month. So our color of the month helps us to understand how we are these two, there's 2 parts of us. Excuse me. The who we are and the what we are. And they're both in our body now. They're both in our body now. So with understanding, we get to look at this spiritual power of the month, understanding the month of July, and that the disciple is Thomas, the doubting Thomas, who didn't know, right? He said, I have to stick my finger in Jesus' side to make sure it's him. That we look beyond it. We look beyond the things that are appearing. And so here was this kid having this cancer experience, has no hair, and he's getting bullied. Because kids sometimes don't understand. And sometimes they grow up and be bullies. But anyway, but he was able to look the audience in their eyes and know what he is. You don't have to know it to be it. Did you hear me? You don't have to know it to be it. You ever met that person and you went and they just had this energy that was just amazing. And it was like they were vibrating love and vibrating kindness. They didn't have to know it to be it. and he was being it that day. And so when we look at the spiritual power of understanding, we also understand that it's a location in the body, and the location is where? Yep, some of you pointing right here, and it's right near the third eye. And the third eye is that what is it? Imagination. What else is it? Creativity, yes. Infinite possibilities. That when we understand that what we don't see is bigger than we ever see, it is. It is. And we know that in a way that they didn't know that when this Bible was written, because they thought the world was flat. We know it in a way that people even 200 years ago, 300, 400, didn't have a clue, right? When Columbus sailed the ocean, they thought they were going to fall off. They did. They thought that the world was flat and they were going to whoop. That was not even that long ago. Well, yeah, it was, but it's not like as far back as 2,000 years or 3,000 years, yes? So we know the infinite in ways that many people have not known in the past. We have proof. We have data. We have the internet. So let's go back to Genesis. And whatever you want to call God. And when he completed the creation of all of what there was, the plants, the animals, the sea, the ocean, the fish in the sea and all that, and us, he said in Genesis 1:31, God saw everything that he made. And indeed, it was very good. So what does that mean? That means that we are good. No matter what it is we do, we are good. No matter what it is we say, we are good because we have the what? We are. The what? We have that presence that is us. And yes, we came here to make mistakes. I think that's why we came in a physical body. I think that was why God, infinite presence, became us, right? Each of us in our different, unique kind of ways so that we could be how God gets around. That God could have these varied experiences, right? And these different languages and these different colors and the colors of the rainbow. That we could have the colors of like our hair and everything, whether it's gray, blue, purple, or pink. That we could have all of that. Where we could have these different kinds of clothes we have. Like none of us came here today wearing the same dang thing. What? And we could like let ourselves be that God essence that we are. That we get to be the divinity in motion. That we get to be the divinity that's like the ocean in the motion, and we get to have fun, and we get to laugh, and we get to cry because God just is. Think about it. If God just is, it doesn't really have experiences, right? Because it just is. It gets to have experiences as us, through us, with us. And we know that it's all good. And that when we make mistakes, and sometimes they're little mistakes or big mistakes, that when we make these mistakes, we can say, I made a mistake. Don't call it bad. Don't call it evil. Change the word. Change it to something else. That when mistakes happen, oops, there goes my earrings. That's a mistake, whatever. But when we make mistakes, we can just say, hey, all right, what can I do now? How can I shift myself? How can I shift my thoughts? How can I shift the way that I show up and the way that I be in the world so that God shows up as me? That I am being responsible for who I am because of what I am. You get it? I'm being responsible for who I am because of what I am. Did y'all get that? Did you get it, Van? Huh? I'm being responsible for who I am because of what I am. Yeah. That the personal is who I am and the impersonal is what I am. That it connects us with the absolute, the infinite. That I get to know myself. I am my personal self. Let's say that together. I am my personal self. I am my personal self. Who is my body? Who is my changes? My mistakes. that which I can see. I am my impersonal self. What I am is infinite. What I am is changeless. What I am is what I cannot see. And we get to live into that. That we get to live into, I don't see everything about me. That what we see this part, but there's so much going on inside of here. Whoa, what? We can't see our organs. We can't see our arteries. We can't see our veins. We can't see our blood unless we cut ourselves open, and we don't want to do that. Why would we want to do that? What'd you say? Well, yeah, it would mess up the carpet, you think? Huh?
Clear liquids only in here.
It has a sign outside for those of you in the balcony. It says, only clear liquids in here. So we have to contain ourselves. And our affirmation can assist us with how we get to practice this week. I'm going to say it once and then invite you to say it with me. I am aware of what I am. I experience God in all I say, think, and do. I am how God gets around. Together? I am aware of what I am. I experience God in all that I say, think, and do. I am how God gets around. Woo, take a breath with that. I know, that's heavy, isn't it? Take a breath. Breathe with me. And just take it in. That's the truth of who we are. The what of us. And as we practice and practice and practice, we get closer to that experience of God. Let's say it one more time, like our life in the whole country and the world depends on it. Together? I am aware of what I am. Point to yourself. I experience God in all that I say, think, or do. I am how God gets around. And so it is. And so we call it forth. Amen and namaste.
it's time for our giving and generosity. And I have a couple of sentences from a daily word. This is just an extract from it from July 11th, 2025 on prosperity. The world is abundant and divine ideas are inexhaustible. As the idea of prosperity grows in my consciousness, my experience of riches evolves. I relax and trust I will have what I need when I need it. I realize I have more than enough to share. I live with an open hand and grateful heart, prosperous and generous. Isn't that beautiful? So I invite you to kind of take that in of as you grow more prosperous, you can become more grateful and that there's more than enough to share. So if you're so moved to share, there's a box in the back. There's texting. There's online buttons to donate. And let's do our love offering blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful.
Good morning. So, what do we have? Bees. And why do we have them? Because it's National Bee Day. Well, it isn't National Bee Day, but you know what? That's a smart idea. So, it has been declared National Bees Day. So it was pretty corny, but it was pretty true because it is believe everything is possible, and that believe all things are possible. So they've all made their own rendition of bees, and their bees move and fly and whatever. And we also know that bees are struggling. So we're going to pray all those bees up. So with it being National Bee Day, today in our prayers, we'll remember about the bees. Next week is National Parents Day. So talk to all the little people you know, the ones on the streets, the ones in your house or whatever, and tell them, look, today you have to just be kind. Please don't argue. When it's time for bed, it really is time for bed. When it's time for a bath, it really is time for a bath. But here's the other thing. When it's time for my bath, don't knock on the door. Because anybody who's ever had kids know the minute you put your toe in the bathtub, something important happens and they're at the door. So why bother even shutting it? You know? So, you know, we have a dog at home and I can't do anything without that dog being right there. Kids are the same way. It's also National Chocolate Milk Day. But anyhow, today was National Junk Food Day. And ask them, did Miss Akosua give you any junk food? No. They came here today expecting junk, because I put on there that it was National Junk Food Day. But what they do have is a food pyramid and what their plate is supposed to look like. And there is a picture of junk food, and every one of them admitted that they've eaten that junk food. But what I'd like to say is some of them said they only get it as a treat. So yeah. And that's it. Who wants to do the children's blessing? Okay, come on, right here.
Okay, the two of you can do it together. How about that? I am the light of the world.
I am the light of the world.
I live as the light.
I live at the light. You are the light of the world. You live as the light.
Everybody.
And now stand for our closing songs. My friends, I invite you to go out and have experiences. Experiences that you know is how God gets around. Have fun, play, laugh, sleep, and know you are how God gets around. Have a wonderful week, my friends. Bye for now.